Well, welcome into HSN. I'm Shannon, and I have to say, this is a real pleasure for me. Not only because you're here, but I've been friends with Andrew Lessman for well over 20 years. He is our #1 brand, and I will say this, in the world of health and fitness, he is... well, he has no equal, not only in my opinion, but he really does make the world's finest vitamins. And first and foremost, Andrew Lessman, thank you so much for joining us tonight in this very special show where we're gonna round the corner on your November specials, launch your December specials, and give you somebody some sneak peeks with special pricing and free shipping. So Christmas came early thanks to you. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Shannon. My pleasure to be here. And as you said, we're going to wrap up all our fun digestive monthly specials for November. And then we have some very special products for December that would have normally been today's specials, but we didn't have time to do it this year, so they're going to be monthly specials.
I love it. Well, we're kicking off with one of my personal favorites. And you know, I and Adam and Colleen, we say that a lot. But Digest Assure, of course, wrapping up the monthly special, certainly not only this time of year with holidays, but I think most of us have not really subscribed to great dietary habits during this whole unique time in history. So with the special purchase price of $60, $180, and $360, big savings, unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. And Andrew, just as we always say with all of your products, the Andrew Lessman difference. And I think of things that I take for some of my digestive challenges, not always the best decisions to make. This is the natural course to really help ensure that, you know, we're getting the digestive enzymes and the best benefit, right?
It's the most straightforward digestive product you can take because digestion, we don't really look at it this way, is actually a very harsh industrial process that takes place in our body. And enzymes are the key to going about that work. And without enzymes, we can't break down all these incredibly complex foods. Whatever we put in our belly, it gets digested. So it's a remarkable process that only occurs as a result of enzymes. But unfortunately, the enzymes we have available when we're younger, when our digestive system works at its very best, are very different than the availability of enzymes we have as we get older. If we're taking certain medications, which one of the most common medications we take are antacids, these proton pump inhibitors, and what the absence of acid or reduction of acid does, it might reduce our symptoms in terms of GERD and things like that, but it also interferes with normal digestion because acid is an integral part of normal proteolytic enzymes. The protein digesting enzymes work in their environment. So what Digest Assure is, it really is a natural response to the changes that occur naturally in our body as we age.
Well, I have to say it's been a real benefit to me because that is something that we struggle with in our family. And, you know, at the end of the day, in fact, we're grabbing our customer reviews. What's interesting, Andrew, is I'm looking online and an unhappy tummy is not a great day for parents or otherwise. People who try this absolutely love it. And like you said, it's a naturally supportive way to help us during that really kind of explosive process. And Andrew, I do have a few reviews out here. I know we're short on time. Would you like to do that, or would you like to talk a little science?
Sure. I mean, the reviews speak for themselves, and it would be great to read a couple because, you know, this is not some invention. This is what our body uses. So this is just responding naturally to our body's natural requirements, and that's giving us the enzymes we need to digest food.
Well, absolutely. So here's one, eliminated cramps and diarrhea. This is working greatly to prevent those problems I've experienced for a few years after taking prescription medication. When I stopped taking Digest Assure, as I did recently for a week to use up another brand of digestive enzymes, the painful cramping and diarrhea came back almost daily. I started Digest Assure again and pristine relief in one day. Love that. Digest Assure has 10 times the quantity of enzymes as the other brand, which obviously was not working. I take Digest Assure every day consistently. And Andrew, that's just one of the golden reviews. We don't, you know, edit these at all. They are real reviews, they're not robo reviews. Here's another one. Normal again. Thanks to Andrew Lessman's Ultimate Friendly Flora and Digest Assure, I feel like a normal person again. I have intolerances to soy and peanuts. I still avoid them at home, but now I don't have to ask 20 questions at restaurants or bring my own food to dinner parties. I take DigestAssure with my meal, and I have no problems afterwards. And we'll sneak in one more here, because I know that clock is up. No more heartburn. Oh boy, this was a big one for me. I had been having regular bouts of bad heartburn. I had tried diet changes, and I was getting ready to start an over-the-counter acid reliever / block. I tried some of these after meal enzymes, and they helped. So I tried these, and I have no more heartburn. I even forget to take them sometimes because I feel so good. It's like I never had a problem. I will order again, and soon. And Andrew, that's just a small little sampling of what people experience when they get this at home.
And again, what's important to know, so, I mean, when you read those reviews, it's not a drug. It's not a medicine. It's something that is really just providing what your body naturally uses. So this is what your body requires to digest food. If food is not getting digested, then we know that word. It's indigestion. So again, I look at this as being something superior to, I leave the drugs and medicines to others in that domain, and what this delivers the ingredients that we must have, the enzymes we require to break down these complex foods into the molecules we can use, and to do so comfortably.
Absolutely. So Andrew, I know we've got a lot to get to in this hour, so I'm going to try to keep the train rolling here.
Just keep me moving. I'll keep talking otherwise.
I know, but you know, that's just it. It's hard to limit ourselves, but we thank you for this late-breaking show. Remember, special pricing, rounding out the November specials, launching the December ones, special pricing and free shipping on the air and off air until 12 noon tomorrow. We've moved to Fibermucil, and we keep saying the Andrew Lessman difference. This is one I absolutely, the saying goes, I would not leave home without it. I am a super fan. You can choose it in the 60, the 180, the 360, the 720, or the 1000 with free shipping, big savings, money back guarantee until the end of January, and of course, FlexPay. Andrew, I'll defer to you. Fibermucil, another big customer pick and hit.
And just the fact that it's a customer pick, let's remember, this is a fiber product. And fiber is among those products that if you look at typical supplements, people hate. They're unpleasant. And so what do the companies then do? They make these synthetic fiber products that mix with water, and they're crystal clear. There is no such thing as real natural fiber that's going to do the work of fiber in your body and promote regularity and all the things we want fiber to do, or we need fiber to do, that's going to be clear in a solution in water. It just doesn't happen. So our fiber, it's the best natural source of fiber. It's not going to cause bloating. It's not going to cause gas. And if it did, it wouldn't be rated virtually perfectly. I was doing the math in my head before the show, and the 10 products or so that we have in this hour, there's a total of almost 12,000 five-star reviews. So these are all products that are between 4.4 and 4.7 stars, and our fiber product is no exception. And I think it's also so well rated because no one expects a fiber product to be this great. We expect it to be disappointing, and this is not.
It's so true, and with almost 1,000 perfect five-star reviews. Andrew, just a couple of the reviews that we'll try to get to. Fiber is a key to good health. I use this Fibermucil daily with a meal, and it's the best product that I've found for good intestinal health. Andrew's formula not only has the fiber you need, but also has the lactobacillus, which is a good probiotic. We need at least 30 grams of fiber daily to maintain good intestinal and digestive health, and this product does just that. You will notice that you will have good, normal bowel function with this product, and it's not a laxative. It simply promotes good intestinal and bowel health naturally with no chemical additives. Try it for yourself. My doctor told me that to get rid of all the toxins in your intestinal tract, you will feel good and be in better health. Thank you, Andrew, for a great product. Boy, you want to talk about how smart your customers are, Andrew?
Right, because that's something that many of us don't realize, that not only is fiber critical for regularity, but fiber actually plays a critical role in terms of detoxification. You could almost look at it as a brilliantly, naturally designed kind of a sponge, where it captures potentially highly reactive, potentially toxic, damaging molecules, and it traps them and carries them out of our body. So fiber is a natural tool for moving things through us, for keeping the muscles toned that do the work in our digestive system to keep us regular, to also hold on to fluid and moisture, which is part of that entire process of regularity. So, and what's great about our fiber is it does it naturally, it does it comfortably, it doesn't cause the gas and bloating and all the other issues that typical fiber products require or cause. So that's why it's so perfectly reviewed.
It's true. And Andrew, I apologize. Like I said, we're getting to a lot of stuff here. I just want to show 1,000 caps. And then one reviewer was talking about no globs of nastiness. There's that beautiful ultrafine powder, and that's part of the secret to the whole system, right?
It's very difficult to encapsulate that ultra fine powder. We have to use respirators and all sorts of things when we do it, but that ultra fine powder is what makes it so mild. It's what makes it deliver its benefits without any problems or any issues at all. And again, fiber is one of those ingredients that most of us have learned to not particularly enjoy, but fiber in our diet is something we might do without, but if we do without it, it's going to have consequences, both short-term in terms of regularity and long-term, because our cardiovascular health, the health of our digestive system, the health of the friendly flora, the microbiome in our digestive tract, are all connected to our fiber intake.
They are indeed. Andrew, this is another 5-minute special in this jam-packed variety show. Breath Plus, of course, this is the last of our November specials, and we'll be launching our December ones. Special pricing, free shipping, unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. Breath Plus, you choose it in the 60, 180, 360, and 720 at the special purchase pricing. Andrew, I rely on this, certainly whether it's kissing somebody under the mistletoe or if it's wearing that mask, which they talk about, you know, you can... wearing masks and keeping ourselves safe has made us maybe more aware of our breath than ever before. Isn't that true?
What's very interesting is a friend of mine the other day had mentioned to me that this wearing a mask made them aware of how effective Breath Plus was. That when they used Breath Plus, the things they might have eaten that they smelled on their breath, because of course you're breathing your own breath when you wear a mask, that they were aware of how effective Breath Plus was with the things they might have eaten when they were using it. And Breath Plus is another one of those ingredients that it's not some brilliant invention of mine. This is just Mother Nature at work. If you look at what are Mother Nature's most effective natural deodorizing ingredients, spearmint oil, peppermint oil, parsley seed oil, things like garlic and onions and things like alcohol or coffee, these odor-causing foods, they don't stand a chance against peppermint oil, spearmint oil, and parsley seed oil. They're incredibly powerful. So all we're doing here is, of course, we all have to pay careful attention to oral hygiene. It's not just critical for the health of our mouth. Cardiovascular health, our heart health, is directly connected to how healthy we keep our mouth. So we need to keep our mouth clean and healthy, but no matter how clean and healthy our mouth is, the contents of our stomach aren't even a foot away. So the contents of our stomach are going to be influencing that which anyone smells, which is emanating from our mouth. So Breath Plus is just the common sense way to kind of complete the equation. You focus on your mouth and oral hygiene, but now you're also dealing with anything that's causing an odor that's sitting in your digestive system.
Well, it really, I can tell you, seeing is believing with this, and that's why, again, almost all virtually perfect reviews. One quick review, thank you. Andrew Lessman, you have changed my life. For the last few years, I've been suffering with chronic bad breath. It's affected my work and even my friendships. I've tried everything to fix the problem, including thousands of dollars for the dentist. This product worked the first time I used it, and now I can talk again, ride the elevator and not hold my breath, go to family gatherings, or just meet up with friends. I feel normal again for the first time in a long time. I will never be without Breath Plus. Thank you seems inadequate for what you've given me, but from the heart, I say thank you. Oh, Andrew.
And there are, I mean, whether it's because of something we eat or just whatever might be going on in our digestive system, it could be the microbiome in our digestive system, it could be morning breath, whatever it might be, this is an opportunity to make a difference in a way that I think most of us we just don't think is possible. And that's why I think the reviews on some of these products are as passionate as they are, because people are just surprised that it can make a difference.
It's true. Here's another one, fresh, fresh, and fresh. I've tried several different products that guaranteed fresh breath. They wore off after I ate. Since I take this after I eat, I feel confident that it's working. See, I've taken many medications due to my health, and I've been to the dentist to find out why I had problems with my breath. The conclusion given, it was coming from my stomach due to medications. Thank you, Andrew, for this product. I've regained my confidence, because this goes to the source, doesn't it?
Well, and that's what I was trying to say before, but I think that review said it even more effectively. But whether it's medications, whether it's just things that are going on with our own sort of biochemical individuality, it doesn't mean that all the time we're going to have the freshest odors emanating from our digestive tract. But if you take advantage of Mother Nature's natural tool, and it's not like peppermint oil, spearmint oil, and parsley seed oil don't have their own independent health benefits as well, because they're a rich source of protective compounds. They also help to settle our stomach and enhance and support healthy digestion. So on their own, they're beneficial beyond the benefits they give to our freshening our breath.
Well, all I can say is you're not going to need that money-back guarantee until the end of January. That goes to work for you, certainly at a time, whether it's mistletoe or mask wearing, you need that. Well, we have moved along, Andrew. Like I said, we are closing the door on the November specials. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Fred.
I just want to say really quickly, we have a number of other Digestum monthly specials. We have our ginger, we have our aloe vera. Both are great for settling your stomach and things like that. We have our complete digestion kit that has a sample of DigestiSure and aloe vera and friendly flora. So all of our digestion products are available at monthly special pricing until the end of tonight.
Perfect. Thank you for doing that. We're also getting a little jump start on December, and we've got some weekend specials. We've moved to one of our favorites that we can only ship during a select time of year, and that is the famous Choco Nouveau. So remember, if you could eat the world's creamiest, most decadent, most delicious, sumptuous chocolate and lower your cholesterol, wouldn't you? Well, you can at special December pricing. So here's your first look. You just choose the level of cacao that you would like, in which case we have the 66, the 74, or the 91. By the way, we also have the cafe, which is a personal favorite of mine. And then you just choose it in the size that you'd want, the 10, the 30, the 60, the 120, or of course, if you want the big one, the 180. So Andrew, this is not only the world's finest chocolate, it's also going to help, well, it will help lower my cholesterol. So this is our first look at our December special. Thank you so much for doing this.
Well, it's a product that we need to take advantage of while we can, because this product is only available between October and April, and then it goes away. And the reason why it goes away is, unlike most dark chocolate, our dark chocolate is creamy, and our dark chocolate will melt, so we can't ship it during summer. So that's the first point of real distinction and differentiation, because most dark chocolate is very dry and brittle, which is why Americans tend to prefer milk chocolate, because it's creamy and it melts in your mouth. But our dark chocolate is creamy and melts in your mouth. And for me, my cholesterol level is good. I eat Choco Nouveau, so it's even better. But I don't enjoy Choco Nouveau because of my cholesterol. I enjoy it because it's the best dark chocolate in the world, and it truly is. I also get cholesterol-lowering benefits, even though I don't really need them. But I get to enjoy those as well. So this is wonderful for children. It's truly one of the only products I make that I would say, I mean, it's always good to give the gift of health, but this is probably the only product I make that is really suitable around the holidays, because chocolate is something we often share because it's always viewed as this wonderful, decadent treat. But our chocolate is the most delicious you're going to find, the creamiest dark chocolate, the healthiest dark chocolate, and it's incredibly affordable, and it's something that's wonderful to share, especially this time of year.
It is indeed. And you know, the individual wrapping, of course, especially when it comes to social distancing, has a new practical medical purpose, if you want to, think about it that way. It's nice to put out a plate of these. But at this special purchase pricing, like you said too, Andrew, it's a time of year when I think we're giving thanks for our good health, maybe more so than ever before in history. But it really is that tasty, decadent treat that is going to lower cholesterol. And we do have some reviews out here, Andrew. Would you like to talk about the science or some of the reviews?
No, please read the reviews. I love hearing them.
Well, I have one quick note about that, because listen, I've been shopping everywhere. I know we all have with Cyber Week, and these are real reviews. These are not robo reviews. These are real, and we don't, by the way, we don't even change punctuation on them. So unbelievable exclamation point indeed. I'm 69 years old and I've always had high cholesterol, even though I stayed very active and follow a healthy diet. My body will not allow me to take the usual medications prescribed for this, and I've tried all of them. After taking 2 servings a day of the 91% cacao for 45 days, I had my labs repeated. I couldn't believe the results. My cholesterol went from 331 to 277. That's a decrease of 54 points in cholesterol in 45 days. My doctor said to keep on doing what I'm doing. This is a great product and tastes great too. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, that's a fact. It's a fairly typical review. The reviews take kind of 2 shapes or 2 forms. Either reviews talking about the incredible results on reducing cholesterol, which is no surprise because that is what the clinical science says. This wouldn't be approved for that purpose. We wouldn't be able to make what is effectively sounds like a claim for a medication or a drug that it could lower total and LDL cholesterol if it couldn't do that. And the other thing, we couldn't make that claim if it wasn't completely safe. And all this is a healthy ingredient that naturally comes in nuts and seeds and vegetables. And that healthy ingredient interferes with the absorption of cholesterol and the reabsorption of bile. So even if you eat no cholesterol at all, it still will lower your cholesterol levels overall. But the other kind of review we get are just reviews that people are shocked, blown away, surprised by the fact that it truly is the best tasting dark chocolate they've ever had. That the reviews are from folks who say that they're chocoholics, that they're true connoisseurs of chocolate, and nevertheless, they have to admit that they're surprised that a vitamin company makes the most delicious dark chocolate in the world, and anyone could. You first have to go to the source. No one in America grows cacao. So we Americans have to go to the source, whether it's in Africa, in Asia, or South or Central America. We have to go to the source. We select the best cocoa beans, and that's what I did. And then we added our special cholesterol-lowering ingredient, which made this dark chocolate, instead of dry and bitter, it made it rich and creamy. So it was a wonderful, natural accident that we ended up with the best chocolate in the world.
Well, you did indeed. In fact, Andrew, I'm just showing that it's kind of the secret. It was just really genius, like you said, that natural ingredient that it almost looks, I love to cook, and it does. It looks like a creamy fat that you would add to something, but it lowers my cholesterol.
It behaves exactly like fat, but it isn't fat. So what we do is, the reason why milk chocolate is creamier than dark chocolate is the milk fat. So we accomplish that same result with a natural, healthy ingredient. And the natural plant sterols that do that, they're also present in the cocoa bean naturally. So it ended up being just a perfect natural marriage. And if you compare this to other dark chocolate, the finest dark chocolate in the world, ours is organic and fair trade. Most gourmet dark chocolate is not. So ours is organic, it's fair trade. We also add this very costly cholesterol-lowering ingredient, which is natural. It's not a drug. Children can enjoy this. You can take this with any cholesterol-lowering medication. Absolutely no conflict at all. All it's going to do is enhance your benefits because it works by an entirely different mechanism. So it's natural, it's healthy, it's not a drug. Anyone can enjoy it, children can enjoy it, and as I said before, I'm not someone who needs to lower my cholesterol, but I love this chocolate. So while I'm enjoying this chocolate, I get an even lower cholesterol level. So it's something that I encourage you to read the reviews because, frankly, the reviews are so consistently positive, they almost surprised me that Americans who love milk chocolate and are known for not loving dark chocolate could fall in love with the dark chocolate, such that I think it's rated 4.3 or 4.4 stars, which is amazing for dark chocolate in America.
I mean, it really is. And it's interesting, Andrew, to your point, time doesn't permit us to read as many reviews as we'd like, but without exception, everyone that we have on the set says measurable results, meaning results in their lab, but then also mentions taste. And then thirdly, they're also saying, gosh, I wish they had it year round. And like you said, you kind of have to strike while the iron is hot, or where it's, not too hot. And it's nice that we can launch our December special with not only special purchase pricing, free shipping, money back guarantee until the end of January. It's just surreal in a way. I can eat yummy, delicious chocolate and see my cholesterol numbers drop. I can see my number get better, right?
Yeah, and the one thing I didn't mention is while you're doing that, each of these squares, 25 calories. And also, in terms of sugar, anyone who's watched me before knows that I'm not worried about fat as much as I'm worried about sugar or concerned about sugar in our diets. Sugar tends to be what I call a provocative chemical, and it's something that evokes a reaction from our body, which is an undesirable reaction. So if you look at the levels of sugar in my Choco Nuvo, if you took 25 calories of cucumber, you'd have more sugar and 25 calories of cucumber than you have in my Choco Nuvo. Any one of the three, the 66, the 74, the 91. And the 91 is basically pure dark chocolate. The 74 is sort of a happy medium. The 66 is more akin to milk chocolate. But if you look at any of those, the levels of sugar in those are less than, as I said, the sugar you'll find in 25 calories of blueberries or cucumber or celery. So it really is unlike any other chocolate product, and not just from the standpoint of being healthier, but it's going to be more enjoyable. If you just want to judge it on purely decadence, it will be the most delicious, decadent, creamy, rich, not bitter, dark chocolate you ever had.
Most certainly, and of course a December special. So we're about halfway through the show. This was a little surprise takeover for Andrew, which we really want to thank him for doing. So remember, I was just thrilled to hear you were doing it, because not only are we rounding out the November specials, we have special purchase pricing and free shipping for a very limited time until 12 noon tomorrow. Of course, money back guarantee until the end of January. But we're also getting our first look at our December specials as well. And Andrew, I think we all give thanks for the women in our life, and ladies, you're going to give thanks for this, and the men in your life are going to give thanks for it as well. I'm so happy to see that you did the women's wellness as a December special. Andrew, I haven't seen it on special, it seems like, for a while.
You're correct, and it's something that throughout the year we kept intending and planning to fit it in as a Today special, but we just didn't succeed. So here we are, December. We decided to make it a monthly special, so you have the Today special price, so you have the exceptional savings, and but you're getting it for the entire month. So my error for not being able to fit it in throughout the year, but this was a crazy year. But it's a product, if you've ever looked for a natural tool to deal with a natural transition that women deal with, that men, we can be sort of blissfully ignorant when it comes to this, and hopefully men will exhibit some degree of empathy when it comes to this. But menopause, perimenopause, it can be profoundly disruptive experiences. I've observed it firsthand, and certainly read the reviews on this product. It's one of those things, like other products I make, that no one really expects it could work until they try it. And again, with this product, money back guarantee till the end of January gives ample time to experience that unexpected experience, that taking this natural ingredient can actually make a difference. And that's what the reviews often say. It's just disbelief that this profound change in how someone feels as we advance through life, and hormones exert a powerful impact on how we feel, that this natural capsule can make a profound difference and return things back to normal.
Absolutely. I mean, well said. Just real quickly, because this is your first look, I've been waiting for it to go on special. I buy it regardless, I will tell you that. But 60, 180, 360, big savings. Really today's special savings and money back guarantee until the end of January, flex pay and free shipping. Go to hsn.com because everything has special pricing and free shipping along with that money back guarantee until January. We're doing a special little presentation with Andrew tonight. And Andrew, I look at this and actually it's something that Colleen has talked about too. Do you remember when we first started doing this and we couldn't even say menopause or perimenopause? I mean, how times have changed, right?
You know, we're dating ourselves. I mean, for centuries, medicine was sort of male-dominated, and the perspective, and I guess it's both medicine and also the regulatory framework, the way food and drug lawyers and legislators, the way they looked at things, was menopause and perimenopause. This was a disease. And so when you would talk about menopause or perimenopause, hot flashes, night sweats would be considered symptoms of a disease. And because I respect the law as it was, that you couldn't talk about a supplement to reduce symptoms of a disease, specifically at the time, hot flashes or night sweats. Of course, now we recognize that perimenopause and menopause are not a disease. They're just natural conditions, natural transition. Of course, different for every woman, but it's something that naturally occurs. And therefore, like so many other things that naturally occur, what we eat, the way we live, what we do, can have a significant impact. And the ingredients in our Ultimate Women's Wellness product, what they are designed to do is emulate the positive benefits, the positive ingredients, the beneficial ingredients found in the Asian diet. What you often see with my products, we tend to be emulating the Asian diet or emulating the Mediterranean diet because there are so many ingredients in those diets that provide significant benefits.
Well, and they do indeed. And I know time doesn't permit us to read as many reviews as I would like, but I can get through at least one here real quickly. Oh, I love this one. OMG, OMG, OMG. I love how
Good start.
Good start. OMG, awesome, amazing. Just remember, these are not robo-reviews. We don't change punctuation or anything, so just, FYI. What else can I possibly say except that this supplement is a sure winner? I had been having the most horrible hot flashes and sweats throughout the day and night. Add to that insomnia. It's a recipe for disaster. I ordered a bottle of these out of desperation. I had nothing to lose, and the lose I did after 2 weeks. I am now hot flash free, no sweats at night, and I've been sleeping better. I feel amazing, and when I do get a random hot flash, it is so mild I have to wonder if it was actually a hot flash. Please try these if you are suffering the way I was. I never write reviews, but this worked so well for me, I felt compelled to put this out there for my fellow menopause sisters. Wow, Andrew?
Well said.
Well said.
Yes, I mean, and it's something that here Muriel lives with me. Muriel has heard me talk about this product for years, and it took her several years before she decided to adopt it, basically because she thought her experience is severe, her experience is unique, and no supplement is going to make a difference. She just didn't think that that would be available from a dietary supplement, from a nutritional supplement. And of course, when she finally tried it, because one of our mutual friends had said she should, not because I had told her, mind you, but when she finally tried it, she was blown away. And she couldn't believe the impact it had. So again, everyone's experience is their own experience, but this product is designed based upon the experience, the traditional experience of millions or tens of millions of people. When you look at, say, Japan, and they don't have the richness of vocabulary that we do to even describe the experiences associated with perimenopause and menopause, because their diet basically preempts it, precludes it. So this is an opportunity to do the same exact thing.
It is indeed, all with that unconditional money-back guarantee and special pricing and free shipping. Andrew, I'm personally gratified to see that you did prostate support as a December special. You know, I think women buy women's wellness for themselves, but a lot of women support the health. You know, my dad was blissfully ignorant for years, and you know, I think of him, and he's experienced issues. So this is a great way to treat the men in our life now with a product that we don't get to see a lot of airtime on. So it's nice to see that it's a December special, which means special pricing as well. $30, $60, $180, $360. Again, savings are here. Boy, that is big, big savings. Andrew, thank you for doing this. Seriously.
Well, it's not a product that we have spent a lot of time featuring, but it's one of our most consistently reordered products. It's a product that I absolutely, positively will not go a day without taking. It's a product that my dad took for the last 25 years. It's a product that any man, as we're aging, our prostate is probably the most noticeably aging part of our body. Our prostate grows and continues growing over the course of our life. And as it grows, its relationship and its proximity to our bladder will affect bladder function. And as it affects bladder function, it can affect our sleep because it's waking us up in the middle of the night because of urgency issues. So again, this is just Mother Nature, saw palmetto extract, Mother Nature's natural tool. The clinical studies and research are abundant on this ingredient, but it's Mother Nature's natural tool to support and promote a beneficial relationship or a more friendly relationship between the bladder and the prostate. You have to live with both of them, hopefully, so you might as well live with them being in close proximity and not in conflict with one another.
Well, and again, made to a higher standard, and certainly people, like you said, they reorder it whether it's on special or not. 80% of the reviews are all 5 stars. I'll take time to just read one quick review if I may, because I know we're trying to get to a lot of stuff. Here again, we don't change punctuation, so I've got exclamation point, exclamation point. Amazing. I have been taking the prostate support for 6 months now. I'm a 60-year-old man who used to get up 3 to 4 times a night to urinate. I always had trouble falling back to sleep. Going to work each day, I felt like a zombie. After taking this product, I get up at most 1 time per night and fall back to sleep almost immediately. I have recommended prostate support to several of my friends, giving them a week's supply. They immediately were hooked and ordered. They have the same results as me. I have just reordered and will never be out of this product. And thank you, thank you, thank you, Andrew Lessman. Bravo, Andrew.
And the key ingredient, the saw palmetto extract, there are all sorts of other ingredients you find in prostate products, and a lot of them don't even contain saw palmetto, or they don't contain the right standardization, or they don't contain the right amount. But if you do some basic scientific research, medical research, you cannot make a prostate product without having saw palmetto at the level, the levels and the standardization we provide. You just can't do it. You could add other ingredients if you like, but the foundational ingredient has to be that properly provided saw palmetto extract. A lot of companies choose not to use it because it's so expensive, it's so hard to get, and even if they do use it, they take shortcuts with the standardization. So it needs to be done right, and if it is done right, you get the incredible reviews that this product gets.
Hey, Andrew, I just pierced one of these beautiful little jewels so that people could see what's inside. Is that the saw palmetto that's that color?
Well, what's giving it that color, we also add lycopene.
Oh.
Lycopene is a carotenoid, and lycopene, we've heard of lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin. So lycopene is a carotenoid that is most concentrated in the prostate. So we add lycopene because there's all sorts of research. Again, I talked about the Asian region, Mediterranean region. Lycopene is richest in tomatoes, and we have all sorts of great research that the consumption of tomato-related products is directly associated with prostate health. So we make sure that as long as we're putting together a product that delivers short-term feel-the-difference benefits to your prostate, it also delivers long-term protective benefits to your prostate. That's why we have the lycopene in there.
I love it. Well, Andrew, here's one more quick review. A miracle. For the last 12 years before using this product, I had trouble urinating and was up many times during the night. My doctor tried to help, but nothing she did was effective. After using this product for a couple of weeks, things have changed. I only get up once during the night and my troubles are gone. It's been a long time since I felt this good. Boy, that kind of says it all, doesn't it?
And especially when it makes a difference in the quality of sleep, and also the worry. I mean, we take it for granted, and I guess women understand this because women often have urinary tract issues and things like that. So it's when basic bodily functions cease to be that basic and easy, it can be very stressful. It can be very anxiety-provoking. So when you get something that makes something as simple and basic as being able to sleep through the night, having normal, healthy urinary function, these are the sorts of things that are priceless. And again, it's not a drug, it's not a medicine, it's a natural product that just supports the health of the prostate in the face of the natural changes that every man's prostate is going to experience as we get older. It just naturally enlarges.
Well, and I have to say, it's so nice, especially for the women in our men's lives, you know, to have something to support them. Well, if you are channel surfing, this was a late-breaking program adjustment, thanks to our dear friend, our #1 brand, lowest return rate, and he is doing special pricing and free shipping, of course, money-back guarantee until the end of January. Andrew Lessman joins us live via phone, and we wrapped up your November specials. We gave first peeks at December specials, of course, Andrew, and now we have another little surprise. And I know we're technically calling this weekend special pricing. We're honoring all these great offers only until 12 noon tomorrow. How did you know I was out of my Omega, Andrew?
Well, I had someone go through your house. If it seemed like someone broke in, it was just me making sure what vitamins are running short.
See, you're like Santa. You know if I'm naughty or nice and what I'm out of, right?
Yeah, we have cameras planted all over your home. But no, but seriously, Omegas, it's something that I think this time of year, we tend to focus on other things, but when you're taking in less of the healthy fats and more of the unhealthy fats, it's a good time to kind of remind ourselves, and it's a good time to make sure that we're getting those healthy omega-3s. This time of year, we have no shortage of all the other fat from all the yummy things we eat. So it's nice to make sure the fats that are critical for the structure of our brain, critical for the structure of our eyes, critical for the health of our cardiovascular system, that we make sure we get those too.
Well, and here's the thing. Boy, this pricing is great. Yeah. You just choose the 30, 60, 180, and 360. And remember, this was a late-breaking special. So not only are special savings and free shipping and money-back guarantee until the end of January, of course, our flex pay as well. Andrew, when we keep talking about the Andrew Lessman difference, I'm looking at our customer reviews right now. Okay, a fish oil product that, generally speaking, that's not a pleasure. I mean, it repeats. They're big. We've got some comparisons out here, but this is a 4.7 star customer pick rating. I mean, literally with thousands of perfect reviews. Boy, that is out of the ordinary for a fish oil supplement, isn't it?
This has always been, ever since we've made it the way we make it, a great reviewed product, but the product actually, the reviews are getting better and better. It was 4.5 for a number of years, so as the reviews come in, it's now 4.7, but which means it's got to be over 95% positive reviews. And the reason why is we design it perfectly. If you look at what would make an omega-3 product beneficial, it's in its natural triglyceride form. Most products are not in their natural form. They say they're from fish oil, and they are, but they're ethyl esters, which is a synthetically modified form of fish oil. So ours is a natural triglyceride form, which is more beneficial, which is milder. Also, we give more DHA than EPA. So the more you study and the more you learn about omega-3s, you learn that your brain is basically 2/3 DHA by weight. 2/3 DHA, but most omega-3s are about 2/3 EPA. So we flip it on its head, sort of. We focus on the DHA, which is critical for your retina, the macular region of your retina. So whether it's your ophthalmologist, your cardiologist, your neurologist, they would have reasons for recommending an omega-3 product, and all of those reasons are going to be wrapped around natural triglyceride form and DHA. So that is how we do it. It's not the way the typical product you see at retail stores does it. And again, most importantly, we cover all the science, so it's a perfect product from a scientific standpoint. We then make sure it will never upset your stomach. There will never be a fishy aftertaste. Not reduced fishy aftertaste. There'll never be a fishy aftertaste. So it truly is the perfect omega-3 product. And then for the quantity of omega-3s we deliver, it's going to be about half the size of a typical product. So a typical product that delivers 300 to 400 milligrams of omega-3s, ours is going to be a little more than half the size of it, and ours delivers 500.
Well, in fact, Andrew, I'm doing that right now. I'm lining up some of the competition, and boy, my stomach hurts just looking at them. And then you have your golden capsule that really delivers the true benefits, doesn't it?
And theirs is lower potency. It's not in the correct form, so it's not in the natural form. It's going to be harder to swallow, and it's delivering less. So it delivers less of a benefit. It's unpleasant to take and swallow. So, I mean, why? And it's going to have a fishy aftertaste. So, again, that's why this product has a 4.7 star rating, and not with a few hundred reviews, which would be amazing, but with several thousand reviews. And as Shannon has alluded to, that unlike some of those big websites where computers and things generate the reviews, all of these reviews at hsn.com are all individually authenticated reviews from people who get the product. And if you order something for the first time and you try to review it too quickly, you won't even be able to review it, because HSN is so diligent about making sure that you got the product and that you had adequate time to use the product before you post a review. They want to make sure that it was really you, that you got the product and you really experienced it before you shared your review.
Well, absolutely. Hey, Andrew, just a reminder, because, again, this was a late-breaking special, which I was delighted and privileged to have the opportunity to participate in. But if you are joining us, as we did the last look at your November specials, and, boy, you picked some good ones specifically targeted for this time of year, didn't you?
And yeah, for the November specials, it's for me the most important thing we can do this time of year is to how can I say this politely, is to get through this time of year doing the least damage possible, getting the least weight possible, supporting all the critical systems in our body as best we can. And I think what happens is we should, especially in 2020. This has been a year to end all years. So to whatever extent we want to throw a little caution to the wind, I think we've all earned that this year. We've all been very careful, hopefully. So if it means we're going to be eating and doing things that we wouldn't ordinarily do for the holidays, I'd say let's enjoy ourselves. But let's not forget and be responsible where we can in terms of supporting the systems in our body that need that support.
Absolutely. Well, now we have another weekend special. Remember that our special purchase pricing, free shipping, of course, always that unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. But this was a special little show that Andrew snuck in. 12 noon, you'll see that cut off on those November specials and some of these special opportunities that he's doing for us. Here is one, Andrew. In this time in history, certainly we challenge our eyes from the moment that we open them up on God's green earth, but now we are spending more time Zooming, Skyping, staring at cell phones and tablets and computers. So we're giving Mother Nature a run for their money in terms of how we protect our eyes. So you gave us a great price on our eye support, right?
And like our omega-3s, Ultimate Eye, the two of these will not be today's specials for at least, I'd say, 5 or 6 months. So it's pretty far down the road before these are going to be a Today Special. So this is going to be the best pricing you'll see on these until we get to those points. So when you look at Ultimate Eye, and Ultimate Eye is a product that delivers not ingredients that work on your eyes. That's kind of what drugs do. Drugs work on a system or a tissue in our body. What supplement ingredients do, lutein and zeaxanthin specifically in this product, they are actually part of the visual system of your eye. So just as calcium is a critical structural component in your bones, lutein and zeaxanthin are critical structural components that your body cannot make, and you have to deliver by way of diet, or your eyes are not going to have the lutein and zeaxanthin, the optical pigments that are both defining of the actual structure of the retina and the macular region of the eye, but also critical to their function, and even more critical to preserving those tissues long-term, protecting them long-term. So our Ultimate Eye is all about giving your body what it needs to support and promote healthy night vision, to give you the sharpest vision now, to help you adjust to changes from light to dark or dark to light. Today I was driving at the end of the day, and the sun was very low in the sky, and glare can be really challenging. And again, where lutein and zeaxanthin are at their very best is helping us deal with glare, especially as we get older. So it's all about just giving your body the ingredients that it must have that we do not unfortunately get from our diet based upon all the science and medical research. We don't get what we need to give our body the support that this critical structure that our eyes require.
Well, I have to say, I mean, kudos to you with this pricing, because normally I'm used to seeing eye support, like you said, as a Today's Special once a year, usually around April, because I know that because we always do it around my birthday. But this is big savings, and especially when we get into that 360 and the 180. So 30, 60, 180, and 360. Andrew, I know, as always, time is limited. Should we do a couple quick reviews, or what would you like to do?
Do a couple of quick reviews, because the reviews especially, there are so many reviews. Some come from doctors, some come from individuals who went to their doctors. So I love when we get that medical feedback on this product.
Absolutely, because, you know, I guess we could say it pun intended, because seeing, you will see the difference. I mean, the difference, you know.
Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing.
And you have a money-back guarantee till the end of January.
Absolutely. So, well, in fact, speaking of doctors, Andrew, right at the top, my doctor approves of these vitamins. For the past 4 years, my eyes have been terribly dry. I go to the doctor every 3 months using artificial tears every day along with prescription eye drops. Long story short, I started using the Ultimate Eye Support vitamins 2 months ago, and all of a sudden I noticed I was no longer using the artificial tears. My eyes didn't feel dry anymore. I went to the eye doctor last week and took my vitamins with me. The doctor saw so much improvement that he doesn't want to see me for another year after going every 3 months for the past 3 years. My eyes still have some dryness, but my doctor was so impressed with how much better my eyes are. I showed my vitamins, and he told me to continue taking them. Thank you, Andrew Lessman. Yeah, I thought about the eye strain, but I forgot about the dryness, Andrew.
And that's one of the more common comments that we see on this product is in terms of just, especially this time of year in winter, and especially on the West Coast here, when you have the change of seasons, not only do you get lower humidity and dryness, but you also will get a lot of other irritating factors in the air. So it's an opportunity to make a difference where we don't normally expect it. And again, I think because folks have been so discouraged trying other products, other eye products from other companies or other products we've talked about during the hour, that they don't feel it's worth giving our products a try or giving my products a try. But again, a money-back guarantee. We're not going anywhere. You could enjoy the benefits of this product till the end of January, and you'll see a difference. Whether you realize it or not, that lutein and zeaxanthin, the key ingredients in this product, the key ingredients in my eye products for over 20 years, not other companies, they've finally figured it out and followed our lead. But these ingredients are not optional. They are the very structure They're the macular pigment, that critical macular region in our retina that we want to keep healthy. Lutein and zeaxanthin are critical to its structure and critical to its protection. They're not optional. If you're not eating an abundance of spinach or kale, green leafy vegetables, you're not getting the lutein and zeaxanthin that you require. And that, unfortunately, what we do in terms of our diet over the course of our lifetime, I'd like to say it doesn't have consequences, but it does. And with a product like this, it's very simple and very affordable to make up. Even if you took 2 capsules a week, it more than doubles the amount of lutein and zeaxanthin you're getting from your diet on the typical American diet.
Absolutely. It's seamless to do so, and you're not going to need that money-back guarantee, but you've got it until the end of January. It is indeed a C, or seeing is believing. Andrew, here's another one that you know I give thanks for, and that is our PC, our phosphatidylcholine. Another weekend special price, free shipping, special purchase, flex pay. And Andrew, I think especially during this time in history, by the way, just choose your size of choice, 60, 180, or 360. More Americans than ever before are taking some medication, even if it's something as simple as a cold medication or an aspirin or the challenging aspects of protein in our diet. Our livers work really hard, and it's nice to give a little something back, isn't it?
And we just did an event on this about a month ago, but again, this is the time of year where we take the assault that we already have on our liver from just life, and we add the assault that comes from the medicines we have to take, and then we add the holidays, alcohol consumption, things like that. So I just thought, before we wrapped up this year, it was very important to remind everyone that we had this available, and it's something that is incredibly affordable. Even at its regular price, it's incredibly affordable. And what I also want to point out that all of our products until noon tomorrow, everything in our inventory is all the products we make are at special pricing. So whether you want to take vitamin D, your doctor has recommended you get extra vitamin D right now, whatever it might be, all of our products are at special purchase pricing until noon tomorrow. So not just our phosphatidylcholine that we're talking about now, which is great for the brain, not just for the liver. It's the most important phospholipid, the most important structural molecule in the liver without question, and arguably also in the brain. So when you're delivering benefits to one, you're also getting benefits to the other.
Absolutely. And Andrew, I kind of buried the lead because there's no Today's Special in December. It's just like a small little visit, like a couple of hours as well, right. Correct?
I'll be back around Christmas. I'll get to wish everyone happy holidays and Merry Christmas, but it's just going to be a couple of hours, and that's going to be it. So it's not going to be my typical full-day, 6-hour event. But then I'll be back in the middle of January.
Of course.
So this basically is going to be, other than I think it's going to be on about Sunday the 20th when we'll have special pricing. This will be the last time we'll have special pricing on everything for at least 3 weeks.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you did this for us. And certainly for those of us out there, whether it is that medication, prescription, or just over-the-counter ibuprofen and things like that, or if it's a protein-intensive diet. I mean, we have to remember that liver, everything has to go through that liver. Andrew knows I am very passionate about this product because I am one, I have to have liver tests every few months because there are certain medications I have to take. And certainly it's not a cure or treatment for anything. But Andrew, when we read these reviews, I'll try to get to one. Well, gosh, we're almost out of time, but I can paraphrase. The product is amazing. I can't say enough about this. I was beginning a new position at my job that required me to learn new tasks, and I needed to be on my toes. It's given me alertness, better learning ability. I'm extremely happy. Thank you, Andrew, for all the great products you make available to us, and thank you for being eco-friendly. And that's just it, Andrew. World's finest vitamins, no additives of any kind, and brain benefits and liver benefits all in one, right?
And with this product, again, we have to remember that whether it's protein metabolism, fat metabolism, cholesterol metabolism, hormone metabolism, the metabolism of alcohol, the metabolism of all the drugs we take, liver is at the front of the line. The liver is all about all of that. So it's not as though it takes a backseat to any other organ in the body. It's on its own dealing with all of that biochemistry. So when you realize how hard the liver works this is a product that it might not seem as appealing as a product that helps with your vision, but there's nothing that's more beneficial for every system, every organ, and every tissue in your body than making sure your liver has what it needs to keep the inside of your body and all the other organs working as well as they can.
Absolutely, Andrew. I could talk all day. I just want to thank you for doing this. We've got a Today's Special coming up in moments. Please continue to be safe out there, okay?
You do the same, Shannon. Everyone stay safe, stay well.
Absolutely. My best to you, Marie, all the puppies, the whole family. Thank you, Andrew. Remember, that special purchase pricing is only until 12 noon tomorrow. I have to stress that. So Andrew just has a couple of select hours on December 20th. So I'm going to be shopping for Andrew Lessman. Fill up that cart. Thanks for being with me tonight. Amy's up next. Brand new Today's Special.
'Tis the season to be a VIP. Use your HSN card to get the best deals on gifts for everyone. Enjoy extra flex on beauty, fashion, and jewelry gifts all season long. Plus 12-month VIP financing on select items $3.99 and up. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Plus, the HSN card has no annual fee. Not a card member? Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Visit hsn.com/HSN card or call 1-800-695-1418 for details.
Thing I love about shopping at HSN for the holidays?
Oh, that one's easy. FlexPay.
FlexPay is like Santa's little helper.
It allows me to get everything on my gift list and make monthly payments
With no interest or fees.
Even if you're on the naughty list.
I got a gaming system for my nephew,
a pair of funky boots for my sister,
And a little something just for me.
FlexPay allows me to be the best gift giver I can be.
without the worries of paying for all of my holiday shopping at once.
Beat that layaway.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing day here at HSN. Why do you ask? Right there. Lancome, the #1 French beauty authority, is doing something special just for you. You can't find what we're going to do for you in any department store. In fact, this is the world launch of a brand new mascara that takes your lashes and lifts them, fans them out, gives you 24-hour hold, really opens up your eyes. No one in the world has it but us here at HSN. I hope you're ready for our best buy of the day. Let's take a look.